Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to your practice. Before we get started, I want to say two things. Number one is that I'm posting this on the 8th of May. Any donations that I receive in the next week, I'll be sending to an organization to support people in India who are being affected by COVID-19 right now. So please consider giving, and I will pass that on. Um, Secondly, if you want to follow along with my playlist, you can always find that in the notes. So get seated, get comfortable, and you can either close the eyes or you can allow the focus to fall to the earth in front of you. And just take a few breaths here. In the Yoga Sutras, it reminds us that yoga is ending the fluctuations or the chatter in the mind. So as we allow the mind to start to find some stillness, as we allow the mind to start to find some focus, maybe on the breath, maybe on a certain place in the body or a sensation, we can start to open ourselves up a little bit more. As the mind stills, we have space. And in this space, we can remind ourselves or set the intention that our yoga practice is not just a practice for us, but it's a practice for the whole world. We practice, we care for ourselves so that we can learn to care for others. And as we care for others, we care for ourselves. Allowing ourselves to acknowledge that we are all connected. We're connected to every person, every animal, every living being on this planet. So feel free to let the palms find a prayer in front of the heart, or maybe allowing the hands to rest on the chest. And to begin our practice, this practice of care for ourselves, of care for others, we'll join our voices in Om, breathing in. Om. You can allow the eyes to open if they're closed. If the gaze has found the earth, the gaze can rise back up. And with a breath in, sweeping the arms to the sky, lengthening through the sides of the body. With an exhale, we'll all twist over the right shoulder. So letting the right fingertips touch down, left hand finds the knee. By rooting down through the fingertips, we can grow a little bit taller through the spine. And then using that left hand, allowing the heart to spiral back over the right shoulder. Keeping the left hand where it is, the right arm sweeps high. We take a big lean over to the side. Heart reaching up past the armpit as the pinky finger rotates down toward the earth. Inhaling, with an exhale, top hand comes over, catching the knee, letting the upper body release. Left arm stays under the right, and we roll up to sit, giving ourselves a big hug. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the elbows crossed, we can find that eagle wrap of the arms, letting the fingertips get light. Inhaling, softening the arms, releasing, exhaling. Sweeping back up to the sky, breath in, and we twist this time to the left. Left fingers touching down, right hand finds the knee. Drawing the low belly in and up, creating some space. And with a breath out, heart travels back over the left shoulder. Right hand stays where it is. Left arm sweeps to the sky, opening to the side body. Pinky fingers spiraling down, armpit spiraling down, heart lifting up toward the sky. With an exhale, that left hand comes over, finding the knee, letting the upper body get heavy. And keeping the right arm crossed under, rolling up, giving yourself that big hug. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the right arm under, eagle wrapping, fingertips getting light, elbows getting light. And with a breath out, gently releasing. Hands touching down behind us, feet touching down in front of us. Big breath in and sweeping the front body to the sky with an exhale. Breathing in this altar shape and allowing the hips to soften down. We'll crawl out onto the hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and with a breath in, heart and tailbone sweep to the sky. Pressing into the fingertips, lifting the belly, rounding chin to the chest. Breathing in, head and tail lifting, cow pose. Exhale, navel draws to the spine, cat pose. One more time, front of the body opens with a breath in. Shoulder blades widen, opening the back of the heart, exhaling. Bringing it back through center, head forward, tail back, breathing in. Tucking the toes, we sweep the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Rooting into the prints of the fingers, reaching the sitting bones high, and with an exhale, softening the heels toward the mat, opening the backs of the legs. Softly floating the right foot to the sky with a breath in. Exhale, knee to the nose, and it's a step forward, lowering the back knee, releasing the toes. On an inhale, arms sweeping high. Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. And with an exhale, elbows go wide, peeling open for a cactus shape. Hips getting heavy, fingers reaching back up to the sky, breathing in. Exhaling, hands to the mat, down dog, stepping it back. Rolling out to a plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, and we'll meet in a child's pose, softening hips to the heels, forehead to the mat, or hands resting under the head. If you feel comfortable here, maybe walking the hands together, finding a prayer, fingertips rooting down into the mat, pinky fingers rooting down into the mat. And then maybe bending the elbows, letting that prayer rest behind the head or behind the neck. One more big breath here. Sending the arms out long if they bend, looking forward, and we'll slide all the way out onto our bellies. Taking the hands a little bit wider than the mat, pressing down into the fingertips, rolling the shoulders onto the back, reaching the heart forward for a variation of our baby cobra. With an exhale, gently lowering forehead to the earth. Hands under the shoulders, we press back through all fours, downward facing dog. With a breath in, the left foot floats to the sky. Soft step forward, lowering the right knee, releasing the toes. Arms to the sky for our low crescent lunge, breathing in. And with an exhale, again, taking those cactus arms, letting the heart open. Breathing in, hips heavy, fingertips back up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the earth, downward facing dog. Rolling out to our plank, breathing in. Gently lowering the knees, pointing the toes, elbows hug in as we lower to the earth. Taking the hands under the forehead, a moment to rest here. And we can bend the right knee, flexing the foot. Either staying here or maybe reaching back with the right hand to catch the foot, drawing the heel in toward the bum. Breathing in, letting that go. Breathing out. Both hands under the forehead, making that pillow. This time the left knee can bend. Feel free to stay here or maybe reaching back with that left hand to catch the ankle or the foot. Pubic bone rooting down. Breathing in and gently releasing. Hands come under the shoulders, floating the heart forward as the shoulder blades draw in. And we travel back again through all fours, downward facing dog. Exhaling. Breathing in here, and with an exhale, allowing the knees to soften a little bit, we'll take a walk forward, one step at a time, all the way to the top of the mat. Heavy head, soft knees here, really releasing the upper body over the legs. Softening the knees even more, tailbone heavy, belly lifts, rolling up to stand. Finding Tadasana, mountain pose, rooting down, crown of the head floating. With a breath in, arms to the sky. And with an exhale, we bow all the way over the legs. Stepping the left foot back, lowering the left knee, releasing the toes, sending the arms to the sky, big breath in. On an exhale, hands come together and we bend the elbows, touching that prayer shape to the neck. Breathing in, extending the arms back up to the sky. Hands to the mat. We step back, downward facing dog. Plank pose, rolling in, straight legs or bent legs, lowering all the way down to the belly. Heart lifts, baby cobra, breath in, downward facing dog, breath out. Right foot to the sky, inhaling. Foot steps forward, lowering the back knee, releasing the toes. Again, sweeping the arms to the sky. On an exhale, hands come behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Reaching the knuckles back, letting the heart lift. Tucking the back toes, pressing into those toes, and extending the back leg. Sweeping the arms to the sky, high lunge. Hands to the mat, exhaling. Left foot forward, long spine. Bowing down, exhaling. Arms high, breath in, hands through the heart, samastitihi. We release, arms to the sides. Sweeping high, breathing in, folding forward, exhaling. Right foot steps back, lowering that knee, releasing the toes. Arms reaching high, breathing in. Prayer shape with the hands touches behind the neck, exhaling. Arms high, breath in. Hands to the mat, down dog, exhaling. Plank pose. This time, maybe you lower all the way. Maybe you hover in a chaturanga. Lifting the heart, upward facing dog, down dog. Breathing out. Left foot floats high, inhaling. Foot steps forward, back knee lowers, toes release. Arms float, breathing in. Hands behind the back, other thumb on top. Knuckles stretching back, heart puffing up, tucking the back toes, extending that back leg. Breathing in, sweeping the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth. Right foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bowing it down. Arms high, breath in, hands through the heart, meeting back in Tadasana. Feet together, softening the knees, hips heavy, arms floating. Utkatasana, sitting into our chair. Breathing in, and with an exhale, we melt all the way over, hands to the earth. Long spine lifting halfway, bending the knees, planting the palms. We step back to plank, or you can hop right back, landing with bent elbows. Heart lifts, breath in. Down dog, breath out. With an inhale, the right foot rises. Stepping forward, we find our Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1 pose. Left heel down, arms floating to the sky. Rooting down into that back pinky toe, spiraling the left hip forward. Breathing in here, and with an exhale, hands come behind the back, interlacing the fingers, knuckles stretching back, heart lifting, big inhale. And with an exhale, bowing forward, devotional warrior, either chest on the thigh, or maybe those shoulders slide inside the right knee. Breathing in, Exhaling, hands to the earth. Walking the hands to the left, spinning to face the long side of the mat, straddle forward fold. Rooting into the fingertips, lengthening the spine. Big breath in. And with an exhale, letting the hands melt to the earth. Head heavy from the neck. Weight tipping slightly toward the toes, sitting bones getting light. Pressing into the 2 feet, arms sweeping to the sky, high prayer. Hands connecting at the heart, exhaling. Spinning the right toes forward from the heart, arms open wide, warrior 2. Allowing the energy of the heart to open, to radiate out through the arms, through the fingertips. Breath in here with an exhale, right elbow to the thigh, left arm over the ear. Extended side angle, continuing to spiral the left pinky finger downward as the heart spirals up past the armpit. On an exhale, that left arm circles down past the face. Keep it moving up to the sky as the right leg lengthens. Right hand finds the shin for our triangle pose. Allowing the heart to lift toward the left fingertips. Pressing into the 2 feet, let's reverse that triangle. Right arm sweeping to the sky. Exhale, bending the right knee. Right fingertips find the earth as we shift onto the right foot. Half moon pose, getting light through the left side body. Maybe the heart starts to turn upward toward that left hand. Left hand touches down, left foot steps all the way back to the back of the mat. Plank pose, lowering with an exhale. Heart lifts, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Left heel backing up, breathing in. Stepping that foot forward, warrior 1, rooting down, arms to the sky. Allow the armpits to widen slightly, dropping the shoulders into the sockets. With an exhale, hands come behind the back, other thumb on top. Knuckles back, heart lifts, breathing in. And with a breath out, melting forward, Bhakti Virabhadrasana. Allowing that head to get heavy. Big breath in. Exhaling softly, letting the fingers come to the earth. Hands walk to the right. We spin to face the side of the mat. And right away, sweeping the arms to the sky. High prayer. Hands find the heart. Exhaling. Spinning left toes forward, let that left knee bend. Softening into warrior 2. Allowing the right outer hip to move toward the midline. Left outer ribs moving toward the midline. Take a big breath in here, and with an exhale, left elbow to the thigh, right arm over the ear. Finding that spiral up through the bottom ribs, up into the top ribs. Inhaling. Exhale, right arm down past the face. Keep circling it up to the sky as the left leg lengthens, expanding into space, expanding into our triangle. Balls of the big toes rooting down. With a breath in, we reverse that triangle, pressing into the feet, sweeping the left arm high. Left knee starts to bend as we shift forward. Left fingertips touch down, lifting the right side body for our half moon. Again, maybe there's a spiral through the heart, maybe through the eyes. Right hand touches down, right foot steps all the way to the back of the mat. Plank pose, lowering, exhaling. Heart lifts, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Sending the right foot high, inhaling. Foot steps forward between the hands, again lowering that back knee, releasing the toes. Arms float high, Anjaneyasana. Maybe lifting the chest, maybe lifting the eyes. Exhaling, hands come down, framing the right foot. Tucking the back toes, extending the back leg, maybe stepping that foot in just one step as we shift onto the right foot for a standing split. Light through the left heel, left toes directing to the earth beneath us. On an exhale, bending the right knee, stepping all the way back to our low lunge. Left hand touches down, right arm to the sky for a low lunge twist. Right away, right hand down, we'll lower that left knee, releasing the toes and giving the right foot a walk to the right. So both hands come inside the foot. Toes can turn out slightly, but we want to keep rooting down through the big toe joint. Left hand plants, right hand finds the right thigh, and we can gently guide it outward as we melt our hearts into the space behind us. Option to stay here, or maybe we bend the back knee, reaching back with the right hand to find the foot. And if we caught that foot, gently releasing it to the mat. Circling right hand down, we can walk the right foot back between the hands, extending the back leg, stepping back to plank, and we lower, exhaling. Heart lifts, breath in, down dog, breath out. Left foot floats, inhaling. Stepping forward, letting the back knee lower, toes release. Sending the arms to the sky for our Anjaneyasana. Maybe the heart lifts, maybe the eyes lift. On an exhale, gently releasing, hands around the left foot. Tucking the back toes, extending the back leg, we walk the foot in a step, fingers forward, and we take off into our standing split. Gazing back at those right toes, making sure they're pointing downward. Breath in. Exhale, left knee softens, and we step all the way to the back of the mat. Right palm plants, left arm to the sky, opening to a twist. Left hand down, lowering the back knee, releasing the toes. And we'll give that left foot a walk to the left, both hands coming inside of the leg. Toes turning outward slightly, but continuing to root through the left big toe. Right hand down, left hand to the thigh, gently guiding it outward. As we twist around ourselves. Again, maybe we stay here. Maybe we tuck the back toes, bending the back knee and reaching back, left hand to right foot. If we caught the foot, we can release it, bringing the left foot back to center, left hand to the mat, tucking the back toes, step it back through plank, breathing in. This time as we lower all the way down onto our bellies. Forehead to the mat, hands come behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Big breath in here, and with an exhale, reaching the knuckles back, allowing the legs and the heart to float. Shoulder blades drawing toward the spine. Making sure the back of the neck is long and free. Inhaling. And with an exhale, let that go. You can make a little pillow with the hands, allowing the heels to flop off to the sides. Widening through the low back. We're going to take one more back bend. So you can either stay right where you are and repeat a Shalabhasana, or maybe you bend the knees, reaching back to catch the outer ankles with the feet. Wherever we are, taking a big breath in. And with an exhale, we rise up away from the earth, either Shalabhasana or Dhanurasana. Wherever we are, seeing if the breath can be free. And with an exhale, releasing. Again, maybe making a pillow with the hands, allowing the bum to take a little sway from side to side, releasing the low back. We'll flip over onto our backs, gently stepping the feet onto the earth, and we'll walk the feet wide. So the feet come about as wide as the mat. Knees can knock inward, supporting one another. And with an exhale, we'll give ourselves a big hug with the arms, just letting them drape over the heart. Walking the feet back together, letting the arms come to a cactus shape, and allowing the knees to kind of butterfly outward into a Supta Baddha Konasana. Reaching down to find the outer thighs, drawing the legs together, feet onto the mat. And we'll gently hug the knees in toward the chest, lifting the nose toward the knees, giving everything a big hug, big breath in, and release into Shavasana, letting the legs stretch out long, arms by the sides. And just a few breaths here to allow the body to relax. You're welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like, for as long as you have. If you'd like to move out of it, you can take a big breath in, maybe a little sigh out through the mouth. Taking your time to step the feet onto the earth, rolling over onto the right side. And we'll all meet sitting, again, either allowing the hands to come to a prayer or resting the hands on the heart. Turning inward so that we can turn outward. Caring for ourselves so that we can care for others. And we'll seal our practice with Om. Breathing in. Om. Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste.